I was at the hospital recently for concerns regarding the health of a family member. The wait time was excruciatingly long and the tensions were high as my family sat and waited to be seen or even informed on what would need to be done next. All the while, I remember watching as my family member's partner doted on their needs the entire time. They ensured that they were as comfortable as possible, even offering a shoulder that they could rest on as we sat and waited to be seen by the next available doctor. When it comes to the conversation of love, I think we can all agree that it's something that we desire to receive. I have always known and witnessed the love that can be shared between two people during the happy times, through the exchange of flowers, chocolates, jewelry, and other material gifts that any woman would love. It's even through the smaller things like hugs, quality time, walking around the neighborhood, and other things. But the true test to know whether or not someone loves you, truly loves you, is in their desire to comfort you, pray for you, and ensure that you're safe. When it came down for a very serious decision that could alter the health of this family member, their partner was their biggest and strongest advocate for their health. They asked all the questions that some could have deemed annoying or not important to the situation. However, it was indicative of how much they truly cared for the person's comfort and health. It's a love that I pray that I have for myself and that I show for my future spouse. Love is not only in the happy times, but it's in the bad times too. It's in the times where you cannot speak because of the pain, so your partner speaks for you. When you can't carry the burdens of life on your own, so your partner shoulders the burden with you. The love that movies speak to are nice, but they always end at the happily ever after without showing us the aftermath of the love story. The journey and the battle that comes with binding yourself in love with someone who wants to bind themselves to you as well. That love showed me that I cannot and will not settle for anything less than a love that will fight for me when I'm not able to defend myself. Disney has done a lot to exemplify love as an act when they focus on love stories during their prime. These stories always led to the knight in shining armor doing what he could to protect the princess from the final threat. These tales mainly show you one side of the story, where it is solely the male protecting the female. However, I believe Shrek does a great job at showing the balance, as it is one story that shows the audience the aftermath of happily ever after. This may lead into a bit of a tangent, but the portrayal of protection within the Shrek films was never solely placed on Shrek, but on Fiona as well. I think this is a major conversation that is often overlooked when it comes to topics and discussions on love and how it acts. Some believe that it is solely the man's job to protect, while it's the woman's job to simply receive, but that's so far from the truth. A woman should always do her best to protect her partner, just like the man should do to protect his. Fiona and Shrek are a great example in media regarding this dynamic, because neither of these two are passive in their love for one another. Some social media personalities do talk about this topic, but I don't know how many people listen to relationship advice from married couples. They definitely emphasize that a marriage or a relationship is a partnership before anything else. When I observe my parents' dynamic, I'm often reminded that if I ever want to be a good wife, I should never be okay with seeing my husband struggle in order to maintain my comfort. I don't know how many people think like this, but I feel like not enough people speak on this topic. All in all, since I believe that I've drifted from the main point of this video, love is an action word. If you love someone, you consider that the vows taken on your wedding day are a reminder of the work that is needed. You cannot simply leave a relationship because it doesn't serve you anymore. You fight so you can serve your partner. You do your part in love, and your partner does their part in love. Indecisive behavior in relationships can, and often do, lead to the breakdown of said relationship. When you don't take your actions seriously, or even when you refuse to make a decision regarding your relationships, you will go down a road of misery. Your indecision is still an act, but this act is a surety for your relationship to fall apart. Again, if you want to be successful in love, you must come to understand that when you love, you are fulfilling an act, not simply saying, I love you, and experiencing all the giddy feelings that may come and go. If you want to fulfill a feminine, rested lifestyle, then we must first begin to understand how our part in this act of love can affect and benefit our future relationships and partners.